Hey guys, it's Alicia from B2B. So this is a really easy and soft romantic type look. I wore this on Valentine's Day. So if you guys want to see what I did to get this look, just keep watching. So first things first, I'm doing my brows. I am taking my Rimmel eyebrow pencil in soft brown, I think it's called. I'll put all the correct names of all the products down below in the description bar. But I'm using that to fill in my brows and give myself a little bit of added shape. Sometimes what I like to do is pull up where my arch is in my brow. That kind of helps me get a really nice shape. So I'll pull up where my arch is, and I'll take the pencil and like draw on the bottom of my lash, and then I'll take the pencil and I'll draw, or I'll fill in, whichever one you want to call it, on the top of my lash. So I'm just kind of trying to enhance the brow that I have already and not create a whole new brow for myself. Now I'm taking the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and once again I will put the name down below, the name of the color. And I'm going to define and clean up my brow. So this part right here is where you get the nice shape and crispness. So sometimes when I fill in my brow, it looks all types of crazy. But when you take that concealer, girl, and you define and you clean up, that's where the magic happens. Now I'm taking an e.l.f. blending brush, and I am blending out that concealer to the best of my ability. I'm going to make sure to blend really, really well because I don't want no halo brow. Now I'm taking a spoolie and I'm blending out the front of my concealer, so it kind of, you know, naturally has that blended look, not just one straight dark brow. Now I'm taking some primer. This is the Rimmel primer in the white bottle with the purple top, and I am going to apply that to my skin, and I'm going to actually press it into my skin. I kind of like how it makes my skin feel when I press it in. So now I'm taking an eyeshadow primer, and I think this is a Lorac primer I'm using. I'm going to apply that to my lids. Then I'm going to go in with Caramel from the Amrezi palette. It's just a really light brown. You can use any kind of brown you want. I just wanted something that was noticeable but wasn't too dark. So I opted for this brown, which I actually really like. Now that pink you see on the lower right corner from this Milani Fierce Foil Eyeshine palette, I'm going to apply that to my lids. And these are the only two colors I use. I find that it applies a lot better with your finger. You get way more of a color payoff. You see me trying to use that brush right there. No, it wasn't working. So I went back to my finger. But right here I'm just blending in my crease, making it look a little bit more natural. But yeah, I applied two coats of that pink foil eyeshadow. Now I'm going in with my NYC Liquid Liner. And I like this liner because it's black to where you can really see it, and you don't have to make it too dramatic or too thick of a wing or a line. I didn't want a dramatic or thick wing nor a line, so that's why I used that eyeliner. So then I'm putting on some mascara in preparation for my lashes, and here are the lashes that I used. And then that concealer palette from NYX, I took the color that was closest to my skin tone, and I applied that to some of the acne scarring that I have. The foundation I'm using isn't necessarily full coverage, so I figured let me, put a little concealer on to help it out, just a little bit. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I'm going to go in with the orange, and I'm going to apply that under my eyes to mute out the dark circles a little bit. And then I find, when I do this in conjunction with the foundation that I used, I like how it looks a lot better, especially, if I want full coverage. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Foundation. I believe it is called. I'm going to leave, everything down below. But I was on the hunt for a new 24-hour long-wearing foundation at the drugstore, and I ran across this, and I like it. I feel a review coming on or something, And get those ears, girls. Get those ears. And my hairline looks crazy, but I got my hairline after this. So now I'm going in with my Nars Concealer. And I didn't want it to be too bright, so I mixed it with a matte concealer that I have. I'm gonna put the colors down below. And I blended that out with a damp beauty blender. I wanted natural, but I didn't want too natural. So, you know, it was, my under eye highlight was popping, but I wanted it to pop just a little bit more. So I went in one more time, and I just took a little bit of the Nars concealer, and I applied that under my eyes, and I blended it out, and then it was perfect. You know, it was nice and bright, but it wasn't too bright and too crazy. I didn't want a club highlight. I wanted a date night highlight. So then I take it to the bridge of my nose and my forehead, and I blended it out once again with that same beauty blender. I kind of like the dot method because it's not too bright of a highlight, but it's just enough. So I'll probably be using that dot method. You saw me apply with those dots. I'll probably be using that a lot more. So now I'm taking my Midnight Banana powder and I'm setting my under eye concealer. And then I'm going in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and I'm setting my foundation and also the concealer that I put on my nose as well as my forehead. So now I'm going to contour, and I'm taking the Black Radiance powder. It's like 2 shades darker than my skin tone, I want to say, but it's warm. That's what I really like about it. And I'm going to contour my cheeks and my nose and my temples. And then the blush I'm using is Style by MAC. It's a really pretty golden blush. And I'm going to go on top of that blush with Terracotta by NYX because I want it to glow. And it's really making me glow, girl. And then I'm going in with Mary Luminizer by The Balm because once again I want it to glow. And I go on top of that with, as well as on my nose, I'm using the e.l.f. Baked Bronzer in Sunkissed. Yes, you see that highlight. So now I'm just going to blend that all together with a dual fiber brush. And I'm going under my eyelid or on my lower lash line with Caramel again, that light brown. And then I'm going to apply some mascara to my lower lash line. What you see me using right there is the primer. It's the L'Oreal Double Extend Mascara. So I put the primer on first, then I go ahead and I put the mascara. So now I'm going in with my NYX Wonderline. I can't think of what nothing's called. And then I'm taking Mary Luminizer again, and I'm applying that to my inner tear duct. So I'm using the e.l.f. setting spray first to kind of get rid of the powdery look, and then I'm using the L'Oreal makeup setting spray. And I use those together. So for my lips, I'm using NYX's lip liner in light brown. And then I'm going on top of that with the Ruby Kisses matte lipsticks. I think that color is Sugar Bean or something. And I'm going on top of that with a NYX lip liner, or lip gloss. Y'all, I'm all confused, but everything's gonna be listed below. And then here's the finished look.